And next our verse, rely on the spiritual friend. Spiritual friend. And the wholesome friend. And good friends. And when we say the spiritual friend, it is not a kind of materials friend, the friend of the heart, and a friend of the like a mentally supporter, included all the everythings. And therefore it is very important to rely on the good friend, which is the spiritual friend. In the Buddhist perspective, it is very important to rely on our own individual spiritual friend of own teachers. And the sentences goes like this. If by following someone, our faults disappear and our good qualities increase, like a waxing moon. He is our authentic spiritual friend, to hold him dear, even more than our own bodies. Is a Bodhisattva's practice. If by follow the good friend, or if we rely on the favorite circumstances of the spiritual friend, which is the positive friend, rely on the secret spiritual friend, relate to the Dharma, relate to the positive, then our faults automatically become exhausted. And also our good qualities of listen Dharma or study the Dharma, reflect on Dharma, and meditating on the Dharma increase, like the waxing moons. Beginning there is a time, a little bit, but day by day and week by week, bigger and increase, improve. And therefore, in order to practice Bodhisattvas, and it is very important to value such as the secret spiritual friend of our own individual teacher, masters. And that is the precious than our own bodies. Why? Because when we make some precious our body without precious spiritual friends, how we can to make precious our body and our life? And therefore it is very, very important to rely on good friends. And if we attend certain friends, really it's true, our faults are automatically and decrease and naturally become exhausted. And also, it's, as I say, such good qualities as the listening Dharma and to making the perfect or the shine or coloring of our discriminating wisdoms, understand what is correct, what is incorrect, and also reflect on the Dharma, which is right is the really right, wrong is the really wrong. And when we have these educations, right and wrongs, and through this education by our sacred spiritual friends, and we have precise or decisive, definitive meaning of the right and the wrongs, and like a kind of great doctors, they discovered what is really poison, what is the medicinal. And then there is a great learned, great wise doctors discovered some plant is as a poison, telling to us to say it is a poison. If you eat it, you will die. If we have like this to accept or acknowledge to in our minds, and then we can to avoid any kind of the poisons. If we do not acknowledge, maybe we say this may be not true. If we eat, then the result is we're going to die. And also, it's reflected like medicinal things. Great doctors or science, or like investigators, and found that it's like such medicinal plants. They telling to us, if you eat, if you rely on that, it's medicinal and also it's help for your health. If we acknowledge that paid instructions, we can to support our body verb to make it healthy. Absolutely, if we deny this speech, and then it's like we avoid some good things and difficult to make healthy body. Therefore, it's very important reflecting on the Dharma. Like this is the example comparisons. And in the spiritual secret, our teachers or our kindness teacher or the peers, our teachers, compassionate, wisdoms, and telling to us what is right, what is the wrong. That means which is our activities become the cause of the sufferings, which is activities is become the cause of the happy or the sufferings. Then it's like these teachers opened our discriminating wisdom's eyes, and then we can have this knowledge to make, the knowledge of the distinctions between poison and medicinals, between right and wrong, between positive and negatives. Therefore, we need to reflect on the dharmas. And also the meditating. We're talking about meditating, love, compassions, and wisdom. And also when we rely on the good friend, the friend of the spiritual friend, qualified friend, they all the time telling to us and love and compassions. In mistake, love and compassions. And on mistake, wisdoms. We say is the impartial love and compassions. Impartial love, impartial compassions. Generally speaking, when we say, if I'm concerning all other sentient beings, maybe it's too much for me. It's like a large, and it's like this is like too much for my perspective. I want only the concerning myself, or my family, or my society. Others, it doesn't matter. That is the partialities, compassions, love. Big problems. Others exactly they do like this. They practice partiality love, compassion. Say, this is my size society. This is my families. My family need good condition, happiness, everything. But others doesn't matter. Then there are quarrel, conflicting, and like kind of disagreement and killing. You know, in ancient times, even the Victim to say is like, of course, sometimes Buddhist, but and also how many religious to say that my lineage, my traditions, and to say like this need to help. Others doesn't matter. We need to convert. If you don't acknowledge my traditions, we will kill you. We will destroy to you. You should to combine to our sides. This kind of, but we love, we have compassion to our society, our family, but not others. Then it's a partiality love, partiality compassion. And we are correct meditate on the impartial love and compassion. Such and such benefit when you study and correctly. For example, if you come to say, if I visited someone, if I visited to you, and with me one of your relatives, one is I'm coming to visit you, and you say, my relative is, oh, that's very good, kind, and give best food, best place. Who you are, I don't know. Maybe please don't enter my house. And worse like food, leftover food, and something don't much carried, and I'm very much disappointment. I'm become the enemy of the you. But in the front of that moment, you treat to us impartially. You are welcome, and you. It's kind of there is like naturally coming the friendships, and I'm not much disappointment. Of course, inside you taking care more your family, but it's also you besides taking care to me. But there's such in the like kind of partialities, is boundaries between. There's very, very sadness things. And this kind of in our societies, which kind of problems in the human society. Therefore, if really to the study the authentic dharmas, saying is concerning all the sentient beings is like our families, our friends. In the Buddha's message to say is those sentient beings are your parents, your families, your children. Take example yourself. Do not hurting any to the other sentient beings. Other sentient beings exactly the same as you. You need to compassion to everybody sentient beings. It is the truth. And of course we need to save our families, but of course why not? We need to save to other sentient beings. And therefore, when we follow the spiritual friends, teach to us impartial love and compassion, then we can to meditate on that love and compassion, impartial. This is the non-conceptual love and compassion, impartiality of the love and compassion. And it can antidote for our dualistic mind, egos, and separation thoughts. You know, separation thoughts, dualistic thoughts, you and me, bad and good, and destroying and safe. And this kind of partiality, and we can to destroy it. Partiality is ideas. To say is like you and me, and to good, bad, something is to say. And that is like that thought is not really the cause of the enlightenment. It's not perfect compassion. Incorrect compassion to love means, for example, if I say, I have such love and compassion. Oh yeah, you have? Yes, I love myself. I love my family. I have such a compassion to myself. I have such a compassion to my family. Okay, your compassion is good, but even the wild animals, also they have this compassion and this love to their families. When they kill to the others, there's absolutely they want to kill them, but still their own families, they're taking care very well. And they're losing their families, they kind of cry, they kind of suffering. And any sentient beings, there is love and compassion, but not the same as in the Dharma teachings, love and compassion. That is the Bodhisattva's conduct, which is the great meditation of the impartial love and compassion. And also is a meditation in the correct wisdoms. And if we rely on the good friends, and we can make it increase our wisdom of the Dharma that we understand the more to nature of the realities. We understand the whatever the reflecting of the phenomena of the samsara and nirvanas, and there's nothing kind of missing. And also we understand very much there is a kind of discriminations, right and wrong, samsara and nirvanas. And also it's like when we have understand the nature of realities, we don't need to reject, we don't need to accept, and there is everything's tolerantly to treat and to like kind of purified. It doesn't matter samsara or the nirvanas, both. And when we have practiced this unmistaken wisdom, which is the non-conceptualizations, best meditations. And that is the encourage further, like the waxing moon said, extraordinary. To the regard of such a secret spiritual friends, excellent compassion as even more the precious than our own life. It is the truth, because it's in our life we want to make something precious, marvelous, good things. Everything is come from our teachers. It doesn't matter in the schools teachers in the Buddhist perspective, we respect very much. Give 2 hours to reading, writing, all is like education. Thanks, appreciate it. It's making kind of life is precious. And beside that is we can to rely on the secret spiritual friend to teach to us is the feature of the phenomena, included ourselves, body, speech, mind. We discovered is what is the realities. It is the wonderful, and therefore, and the spiritual friend or the good friend is the more important than our own life and the bodies. Correctly follow them in one's like thoughts and actions is the practice of that is the manner of the Bodhisattvas, and it's very important to follow like these ways. And then I'm going to next the verse.